So let's rounding up on this session. I just want to ask: are there some red flags when it comes to social media marketing or social media, the whole social media interaction as a business? Are there some red flags that there are some things that are red flags, that we should just take note of?
Yes, yes, a lot. I see it a lot of times, and I'm saying, okay. So one is, why are we advertising all of the time on our buy this is this, buy this so that for this amount, buy this for two. Why not leave a little? It's social media. Have fun. I think I said it earlier. So you don't want to always advertise only post for advertising. I want to sell the shoe. I want to sell this bag only. No, no, no. It doesn't work that way. It's Monday. Be inspirational. Be loving. Maybe make a meme and say, "Oh, it's Monday again," but remove, something like that, so that people can relate and be like, yes, on Tuesday, maybe on the same Monday, then you can do something that is healthy, but do a video that maybe makes you happy or something, and say, even in the midst of, even at the fact that it's Monday, I still find this very funny. What are you doing today being Monday? Let them engage with you. It's a business page, does not mean that you can't have fun, right? So put yourself there and say, what I was about this weekend, what were you about? Things like that. So leave a little, not just advert. We know that you are a business. So how else do you want us to know that you're a business? We already see your profile, right? We see that you sell this already. We see what you're selling. So we know. Please, thank you. And then not engaging enough. Like I said, people just post and leave the platform and expect that a miracle will happen. Somebody else will be answering their feedbacks or comments or DMs, or not engaging with other creative. It's weird. That won't work. We need to stop it. We need to stop. Don't post and leave. Post and engage on your post. Engage on people's posts. 15 minutes before you post, engage. 15 minutes after you've posted, engage on people's posts as well. Let them come to you. The minute someone likes your page or post, go to their post, like a little, or maybe not like a long, comment maybe on one or two pictures and like the rest. You'll see that they'll go back to your page and follow you. They do it. They say, oh, this person is taking time. The reward they follow, or a comment and tell you, oh, thank you, I'm following you, I've seen your content as well, I like it, I'm following you, or I see your business, I even like this red, I'm following you. It happens like that. Also, not posting enough. There's something like that actually. I am a very lazy poster when it comes to my personal business, right? So I can go like 2 months without posting. Funny thing, and I tell myself this is a very bad habit. So if you know that you can't post frequently, there are really tools that can help you with that. There's the Facebook Creative Studio, or Creator Studio rather. It helps. You can schedule your post there, and then it gets to you. It gets posted on Facebook and Instagram. For Twitter, I will confirm, but not really. I really just put them in draft and tweet at different times. TikTok, I don't think that you should have any time for you to post on TikTok. You can post because TikTok is video. People will like it. But for your major advertising platforms, you can always schedule your post to run, or bulk create your content, create it in bulk, so that you can always go there to just say, okay, I'm posting because I already have content down. So not posting enough. And you can ask me, how many times should I post in a day? Now, some people do morning and night. Some people, they want once in a day is okay, so long as you're not, you don't want to jump pack the page. Because sometimes when they see your post in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening, they say, what is please. We are not about business alone. We are here to see, our friends as well. So they realize that even though they follow you, the main purpose of Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and the rest is so that they can also interact with humans or their friends, not just your business. So when you keep posting 3 times in a day, you are injuring them from seeing some things. And in fact, some people might just say not interested in this or unfollow you. And when they start clicking not interested in this, it reduces your reach. And then you say, the algorithm is killing us. No, it's because you're posting posting and posting, and when you post, you don't even post, with something that makes them want to stay or like that post or comment. Just business. Some people just post the picture and put price 7,000 naira, 10,000 naira, and that I'm always like, okay, so this is it. Well done. All right, so aside from that, please do not buy followers, because I do not understand how that works. At the end of the day, if you buy followers, they are going to leave, because when they start to see your content are boring, they will unfollow you, and that's not a good thing. Or sometimes you see your engagement and you say, and someone says, but this person has like about 10K, but it's just two likes. How is that happening? Then I don't know. It doesn't work that way, especially if you're trying to be an influencer. Realize that building your own audience from scratch is very important, and at least even if you have 300 followers, you know that you're genuine audience, and you can always mirror those people when you're trying to run ads. That's the lookalike audience. I just hope that maybe sometimes we'll talk about advertising as a whole, but for now, please don't buy followers, and don't post the same content on all your social media sites. I know that might sound funny, but I would say for TikTok and Reels, you can post anything. But for posts, for Facebook, it can be unique as to something else. Maybe change the picture, the same outfit or the same pair of glasses, but just positioned differently can help you, do better. But those are the red flags that just to recap, do not just post for advertising purposes alone. If you're not engaging enough, remember that when you want to post, engage 15 minutes before, 15 minutes after. It helps. Then not posting enough, make sure that you have at least a post, maybe Monday, Wednesday, Friday. That works. And please don't post the same content over and over on all social media. The fact that if you can use one stone for all doesn't mean that you should. So lastly, I think don't pay for followers. Nope, red flag. Totally red flag. Don't do that, please. But those are the ones that I can recall right now.
Wow. Thank you so much. Just last year as well, I did a content on why you shouldn't buy followers for your social media, and I actually promised it's more of like this session is actually a sequel to that, because I promised my audience I was going to get a social media expert, because maybe saying it is you're not a social media expert now, you're just because I know I may not be a social media expert, but I know because of branding, I also relate with social media well. However, I like to hear this coming from an expert, and you just said it, because I remember having, after that content, a friend reached out to me like, okay, but people buy followers because they are now, when they post it, their content is exposed to a bigger audience. So imagine that instead of you going from 100 followers, or you went from 100 followers, you bought an additional 10,000 followers, you have 10,000, 100 followers. So now when you post, your post or your content is now shown to a bigger audience and all. And I'm like, it still doesn't make sense, because when you post and it's just like you said, you have 10,000 followers, right? And people look at your interaction, your post interaction, you just have 20 likes. It makes no sense to me. Like, it still shows that the people that you bought aren't really interested in what you're doing. It's the people that genuinely followed you that are interested in what you're doing, that are the ones interacting with your brand. So I don't know, like this whole thing about, just maybe briefly just tell us this whole thing about buying. Why is it so that I buy to get I buy followers so that my content is being exposed to more audience, but at the end of the day, just few interaction. I get very, very few interactions.
So are you asking why people buy followers?
Okay, no, what I'm asking is this now. So people buy followers because they believe that now their content is going to be shown to a bigger audience, right? However,
which is false. Yeah.
Yeah, however, the interaction is not saying the same thing as what they believe. The
Yeah.
assumption versus what they're seeing, their interaction is not the same. So can you, better is because someone might be because someone might, after you said do not buy followers as a red flag, because the reason why I'm buying followers is because the audience will be bigger and all that. So can you better explain to will I say doubting Thomas or someone that is a pessimist right now, like, so that they understand why it doesn't buying followers doesn't really translate to your interactions going up as well.
Okay, so the first thing that I would say is when you buy followers, right? How sure are you that it's the right followers that they're giving to you? Do they understand your needs, or do they understand who your target audiences are? They don't. They're saying, hey, these people are active, and sometimes when you check their profile, they're dummy, maybe profiles that they just open up so that they can follow. Those people have zero following, sometimes just one or two, right? So the more of that you have, the more your post becomes very, very, very irrelevant. Because if you have that much followers, I'm sure that Facebook or Instagram sees this and say, you know what, nobody's engaging on this. And remember that the algorithm also depends on engagement on your post. So if they're not engaging on your post at all with the amount of followers that you have, then something is wrong. But what is wrong is the question that the AI or Facebook or Instagram or any social platform will be asking. So they either sell you dummy followers, they sell you followers that know your audience. Those are the two main things that even if you believe you're reaching a larger audience, which you're not, it still is not telling your engagement. So look at your engagement and say to yourself, is it telling? And how many likes am I getting? How many saves? How many shares? How many follows? How many watch, play or play through? Or how many followers are coming in even? So you see that, am I going in to explore? What is the point of the following? Most people that buy it, they always tend to start from the beginning again or try to build their audience, which sometimes is just a red flag for a lot of people. Because if you want to know that someone bought followers, just go to big numbers and look at their likes, look at their their comments, and then you begin to wonder. I mean, if this amount of people followed you, that means your content should at least give you not less than 20 or at least 15 comments, because you have a lot of people, and the fact that they are following means that they've seen your content and they like it. You follow people that you like their content, you learn from, or entertains you, right? So if you see you honor this, following with a like, honor it with a share, and most, if you don't want to comment, you can just, save it so that you can come back for later. If it's educative, if it's something you want to buy, you can say, oh, I'm in your DM. But you see some people don't engage at all. So you see some business owners that have, a lot of following, and then you just see one like or no like at all, and then you begin to wonder, okay, what's going on here? So it's a red flag that you shouldn't go with. The fact that you have 200 following doesn't mean that you don't have sales. 200 following can get you sales from word of mouth, return customers, new customers that found you just by chance. Your 200 followers can be buying every single day. Take for instance, if you sell food, you know that if you sell to one person, maybe in a corporate organization, that person says, oh, this food is so lovely. Your colleague might buy, somebody else might buy, word of mouth is already selling you. However, they found you on Instagram, and doesn't necessarily mean that they will follow you. They can just have your number to chat you up and say, sister, we want to buy this. How many people in my office? Eight, we want this rice, we want this blah blah blah. Can it be delivered for lunchtime? Thank you so much. Have a lovely day. But they're not following you on Instagram. But this is still selling, right? Now, on a normal day, when you're doing your end of the month calculation, or you can say, oh, I made sales. I made maybe close to 500,000 this month. But your Instagram account is on 100 or 150 followers. So you're making sales, and there's some people on K that really have not made up to 200,000. If a lot of business owners come through with with how they're doing what they're doing, you'll be surprised that maybe the big numbers are not really getting the big numbers, right? And you, the small numbers, really, really getting that. I know a lady that sells double. That's what she does. She makes double, right? And her number is not up to 3,000, but she makes about close to 1.3 million a month. When she was saying it, not just verbally, I could see the amount of people in the training as well, and I was wowed as to, oh wow, really? This is each person paid 25,000, right? And there were a lot of people. So just imagine. And then normally, her double she doesn't sell per one. She sells in a whole, carton of 12, and you can't buy one. So imagine that. These are policies, but you don't see people commenting on her page every time saying, "Hey, I want this." But the number of likes when she drops her content, the number of shares that happens, it's powerful. It's something. So you need to consider as well as to what am I doing, and if I buy followers, what's important really. Starting from scratch will even help you know who your target audiences are and how to target them. So I mean, don't do it. If you thought of doing it, tell yourself, hold your chest and say, I, insert your name, will not buy followers. In fact, I will work hard, do my research, and get my target audience. I hope you've done that. Great. So that's why you shouldn't buy. You shouldn't buy followers.
Oh, thank you so much. I think I'm more enlightened and I'm stronger in my position on that. No buying followers, and I believe someone out there is also have learned about the bad news that when it comes to buying followers.